All right, now that I've had the hair in the 4 sections for a retouch, I'm actually going to demonstrate a retouch for you. All right, so we have the front 2 sections. So now if your client comes in and they are 100% gray at the scalp and they do not want that, always start with the first 2 sections first, because then the color stays on longer and that is where it's most resistant. That's where gray normally starts, and that is where it's the hardest to cover. So we want that extra time to make sure that that color processes evenly and covers the gray 100%. So we're gonna start with our sections here, and I'm actually gonna put on some gloves. All right, so we got our 4 sections, we got our gloves on, and we are actually going to put barrier cream on. And this is instructing from State Board's procedures. So we're gonna pretend this lipstick here is barrier cream. And we're just gonna right all over the hairline. And this just protects the scalp and also helps prevent staining. And if you're going to State Board, this is exactly what you'd be using, is a lipstick for your barrier cream. All right, so now we are absolutely ready to get started. And what you wanna do first is you wanna outline your whole entire section. So we're just gonna start up here at the top, and we're just gonna put color right there and bring out that color. Right now I'm using just cholesterol to demonstrate. And you just want to make sure it comes out 1 inch to 2, depending on how much gray that they have showing. And then hold it back. And make sure on your really gray clients that you get these sides really well, because that's where it does not like to take. All right, now I'm just gonna do the bottom. All right, so here you can see that I outlined the entire section, just all 4 sides of that section. And now we can move on with our partings. So we're gonna have to take 1/4 inch or 1/4 inch subsections here. So we're gonna take this little slice of hair, move it over, and we never wanna go in with our bristles at the scalp, because these can be hard and they can actually cut or scrape your client's scalp. You just wanna use the flat part of the bristles and just spread that product across. All right, and then we just keep going. We just spread it, take your sections, make sure they're pretty small. I still have a lot of product here, and it's working in really well. Now I need some more, gonna dab. Gonna make sure that's good. And now also, if you have a client that has, let's say, a more vibrant hair color and they're getting a retouch on it, to blend into everything else, because the old color could have faded, what you wanna do is, like, let me show you my next section. Lift that up, but right here, let's say you want it to blend in a little bit more so there's not like a harsh line of regrowth. What you can do is just take it vertically, your brush, and just kind of feather it down, just so it's not so harsh of a line of demarcation. And then just keep going. And this section is almost complete. All right. And then once your section is done, you can flip it all back over, just like so, and then move on to the next. And again, you just want to outline every side. Just make sure you get all those little baby hairs in there. Okay, and then we're just gonna keep going. Take your 1/4 inch subsections. And then just use the end of your color brush here to section out those tiny 1/4 inch subsections. Just real gentle. Don't want to hurt your client. You never want to be that person that doesn't cover the gray, because your client will notice. They will say, is that gray there? So you just want to make sure you really saturate that hair. You may even need to take smaller sections if your client's hair is just that thick to ensure that you get all the gray. Now, if their hair is very fine and you can pretty much see their scalp all the time, but they still get their hair covered, you might be able to take bigger sections, but right now, this is exactly how State Board wants you to do it when you're there, is the 1/4 inch subsections. Do not take them too big. Let's find that part again. All right, just like that. And then you can continue on to the back.